Donald Trump has 3.5 years to go, and then he can never be president again. It doesn't matter about the Trump 2028 bullshit or any of that. He can never be president after this. So he's got 3.5 years left. Let's assume old age doesn't get him and he lives out his 3.5 years and he leaves the White House in January of 2029. No matter who comes in, whether it's J.D. Vance, some other Republican, some Democrat, it doesn't matter. Trumpism begins to die when that happens because only Trump can pull off Trumpism. No other candidate has been able to truly pull off Trumpism. And Trumpism is going to be forever and ever and ever equated with some of the darkest and worst, periods of our history. Our history is punctuated with very dark periods, and this is one of them. It'll be known as such for as long as there is recorded history. So what begins to happen now? Well, when Trumpism dies, you're going to have two groups of people. The people that are going to die on that hill. Yeah, I'm a Trumper. And the people that are going to realize that if they want any kind of political future, or if they don't want to be known as an absolute fucking nut job or an American Nazi, they are going to distance themselves from Trump. It's kind of like the Dukes of Hazzard philosophy, right? Dukes of Hazzard was the number one show in America for I don't know how fucking long, right? Or one of the best number one shows in America for I don't know how long. But you could never find anybody that watched the show because everybody was embarrassed to say that they did back in the day, right? Okay, same thing is going to happen with Trumpism. There are going to be people 3, 4, 5, 10 years after Trump is gone that are hardcore Trumpers now, but then they're going to be like, yeah, I never liked the guy. We are beginning to see some pullback. Of all of the shit Trump has done, this is the shit that crossed the line for these guys. Watch this.
I'll speak for myself. I never thought that I would be offering an apology to Jeffrey Epstein. I think of all the times I've maligned that guy, all the times I'm accused him of crimes, of blackmailing people, of trafficking children to powerful figures around the world on behalf of global intel services. And then I learned yesterday from Attorney General Pam Bondi that's totally untrue.
Yes, yeah.
The guy killed himself after 30 days, 36 days in prison for no reason. He was a billionaire. He had no clients. He'd done nothing wrong other than get like naughty massages 20 years before. And the guy killed himself, another pointless death. And then his best friend, former girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, doing 20 years in prison for no crime. There are no victims.
Yes, it's a victimless crime. They're obviously persecuted by the state. They're political prisoners, really. It's The Hague should come in and do an investigation, or we're watching one of the most systematic government cover-ups of all time.
I never saw any evidence of Trump involved in any of the stuff that came out. It was all fake. The fake Jane Does, all the crap. You know, Eugene Carroll, the crazy leftist cat lady, all of it. So now, by coming in a big part of the cover-up, the Trump administration has become part of it. I mean, it's just you cannot see it any other way. So I just got to the office. I'm gonna go throw up actually, and this only happens every few years when something really really bad happens or something. I mean, I'm physically gonna puke probably right now. My mouth is watering right now. It's because I have integrity, and you know, I just really need the Trump administration to succeed and to save this country, and they're doing so much good, and then for them to do something like this tears my guts out.
Let's be perfectly clear. What you just saw out of Alex Jones there was pure political theater. That's all bullshit. That is Alex Jones beginning to distance himself from the Trump administration, from Trump, and from Trumpism, so he can attempt to have something beyond this. Um, you're also seeing that happen from Tucker Carlson, although Tucker Carlson and his guests there are much better at it, right? They're much better at actually appearing to be outraged by it. However, it is interesting how they're choosing to go after them. We are witnessing potentially the greatest cover up in political history. What we're witnessing is most likely the cover up of systematic child sex trafficking by billionaire elites in this world. get covered up and swept under the rug because the president of the United States is most likely one of those clients. When Donald Trump talks to you about conspiracies that the likes of which we've never seen before, and crimes the likes of which we've never seen before, he himself is guilty of that. They are going to systematically cover up the trafficking of underage girls to billionaire elites because Trump was most likely one of them. And these assholes are going to do their best to distance themselves from all of this. So by the time Trump gets out of office, they're already on the, I never really liked the guy path. Never let these motherfuckers forget what they did.